Hey everybody, One of Wisdom here. It is lucky day, July 7th, 2012. That said, came a point in time where you actually hit a point where you can upgrade your cell phone and not pay a crazy price and excessive fees, etc. That happened for me, here recently. And actually July 4th went in and got new phones. That said, what we selected was the Samsung Galaxy S3. This is pretty new phone. All I'm going to do here is just like a real quick unboxing. Let you kind of see what it looks like. I'm sure there's already a lot of videos detailing the features. If not, there will be very soon. I will let people, more inclined to the world of cell phones go into that. That said, the box, it's almost like jewelry, when you get right down to it. On the back, it goes over, the base features. It's 4G capable, where I'm currently at. Most people right now, aside from metropolitan areas, are still going to be 3G. That said, probably next year, late this year, depending on where you're at, when 4G kind of gets more developed on Sprint, it's going to be just that much better. The screen is 4.8 inches HD. There's so many features here, you can't really even cover them all. The camera is actually great. It's 8 megapixel rear facing. Record and playback in full HD, which I took videos of fireworks. It came out really, really well, about as good as this camera here I'm recording with. It's really basically all we're going to go into. This is the 16 gigabyte. There's, I believe, 16 and 32 gig version. That is all internal. Then there's also an SD slot for your phone. The colors on the Galaxy S3, at least right now, they're limited to white, which actually looks really good. You wouldn't, me personally, I wouldn't think of white on a phone, but it actually, like I said, looks good. And pebble blue, which that's what I've got here. It actually looks good. You have to bear with me. The phone's kind of dirty. I've used it, obviously, 3 days after we got it, and this is the, quick unboxing. Anyway, it's very slim, as you can see. You can get a good look kind of at the, pebble blue there, the camera, the LED. One thing about this one I will say, it's got a flash on it. It is insanely bright, which is good and bad. You want to be forewarned before you actually, use it. Obviously, that's just your little case for the phone. When you open up, basically what you're going to have is just your basics, quick user guide. You would need volumes to begin to explain everything you can do with this phone. The way the charger is set up, coming from HTC, I really like the fact that you can kind of recess, the plug into the, fixture. This one isn't horrible. It's got the Samsung logo right there. We won't mirror it for you, but basically your USB plugs in there, and then that of course goes to the wall. Like I said, I'm used to Canon cameras, and now HTC over the past couple of years, where you can have that recess. That said, it's only really an issue if you're traveling. Obviously you're gonna have your wall charger at home, and if you travel, you're gonna be on vacation or something, you'll take it with you. That said, it's so small and compact, fits in the palm of your hand. It's not gonna be too big of an issue for most people. Also included is a USB. This is actually surprisingly long, which is another thing you don't necessarily expect, but it'll be basically set up to go. Something they do, I don't believe Apple does, they actually include, earbuds. I'm sure they're nothing great. I've actually not tried. I'm not sure that I will, but fact of the matter is you get them, and can't complain about that. And you basically just got adjustment pieces. That is basically it, what you get in the box. I do want to say, before we continue on and wrap this up, the themes they went with, kind of the white and the pebble blue, and then they actually have live, let me see if I can show you here. It's actually, you hear when I turn the phone on, there's kind of like a water drop sound. It's got a live wallpaper, which is pretty neat. There's the Gmail. But it's set up with nature in mind. And I'm telling you that because if you're planning on getting a Galaxy S3, you will probably want to be prepared to pick up a ringtone, either pull something from your old phone, download something, make some of your own, just clip out a couple seconds of your favorite song, loop it, whatever you want to do. The ringtones on this thing are funky, and I don't necessarily mean that in a good way. Some people may love them. There's a couple on here that would be tolerable, but it's one of those deals, if you're ever in a crowded place and your phone rings, you don't want to be that person, if you know what I mean. There's actually one on here, can't think of what it was called. I want to say Screaming Eagle. I know it mentioned Eagle, but basically starts out, it's kind of got like this goofy melody, and then about 5 seconds in, you've just got like this insanely loud screeching from an eagle, which basically for anyone outside the immediate vicinity of the Audubon Society, you probably don't want that as a ringtone. But nonetheless, that when the ringtones are the issue you have with the phone, that's pretty good. I've used quite a bit of it. Hadn't really gotten to play with it as much as I would like. Everything I've done has been great. The call quality is good. Messaging is great. Internet is quick, even though it's still 3G. Like I said, the pictures and videos have come out looking really, really good. I'll actually have a few that I took with this phone on the blog here coming up. But basically renewing with Sprint, you're looking at $199 right now. But you get what you pay for. I feel like this phone is definitely worth it. The 4.8-inch screen is great. But basically, again, you're going to get your phone, of course, pebble blue or white. Of course, if you get a case, doesn't really matter. Not much of the color is visible from the front side. Your charging setup, basically the USB, and a pretty compact for what it is, adapter. The box is actually really, really cool. I don't know who designed it, but it's not your typical phone box. Like I said, this is almost, I feel like we're unboxing jewelry or something. And then a couple of, quick getting started guides, probably rough overviews on what the phone offers. Android powered obviously comes from the factory, ice cream sandwich, Android 4.0, whatever you want to call it. But great phone, really slim. I mean, like I said, streamlined case, the colors are solid. And that's basically it. Like I said, I could spend hours going over the features. I'll let other people do that. My main thing, I just kind of wanted to show you what you get. I had a couple of people, when I posted that I had it, actually direct message me on Twitter and asked if I could kind of showcase an unboxing of the phone or something. So this is mainly the reason I'm doing it. But so far, I have zero complaints with it. If you're in the market for a new phone, I highly recommend you check it out. If you do, you'll probably wind up with it. It's a great phone. I mean, overall, not much else you can say. But anyway, that right there was, of course, notification on there, probably an email or something. But questions, comments, you can ask here on YouTube. Again, I won't really get too much into the specs on the phone or apps or anything like that. Just again, wanted to show you what the packaging looks like, what you get, and cover a few, the highlights, and again, caution you about the need to get ringtones changed immediately for 99% of people. But anyway, like I said, you can post up on the blog if it's something important, or YouTube. It's kind of hard for me to get to that stuff, but if I can, I will. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, whichever you prefer. As always, thanks for watching. And again, if you're in the market for a new phone, I would highly recommend the Samsung Galaxy S3.